Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. For those who are new, my name is Jimmy. I still need to get used to my new surname. It gets a little tricky. Sometimes I'm like Siaya, and then I'm just like, no, I always need to remember, but I guess it takes some getting used to. Anyway, so for today's video, we're doing something a little different. As you guys can see from the setup, I've actually been doing a lot of vlogs lately. I've been enjoying vlogs. I've been enjoying bringing you guys along with me to spend time with me and see what I do, what I get up to. But because of what's been going on in South Africa at the moment, well, it was actually 2 weeks ago, there was riots and looting, and I didn't feel comfortable going out and vlogging, so that's why I decided to do a live update video. A live update video. And I asked you guys on my Instagram what you guys wanted to know regarding my life, what's new, what's changed, and I am going to be answering those questions today. I've actually been putting this video off, I'll be honest, because I just feel like some of these videos and the questions are a little, I don't want to say sensitive, personal. Questions are a little personal, but I also feel like do not ask people to ask you questions if you're not going to answer them or if you're not going to be honest. So I wanted to read most of the questions from my iPad because I always film on my phone, but I haven't used my iPad in 6 months, guys, and I try to switch it on now and it's just not working. I'm like, it's been on the charger for 30 minutes, it's not switching on. So what I did is I read some of your guys' questions and I still remember some of them. I'm gonna go back, obviously be checking on my phone and then answering the questions, but most of the questions that you guys asked me were pretty similar which I did expect. So yeah, I'm just gonna be answering all your questions and let's get right into it. So this was a pretty common question that you guys asked me. If you guys know or don't know, I got married in December. I had my lobola negotiations and lobola paid in 2019 December as well, and I had my white wedding last year December. Most of you guys are asking me, how is married life? Married life, guys, is good. I haven't experienced any bad things yet. I'm hoping I don't. But I haven't experienced anything bad yet. I know before I got married, I had to sit down with my aunties before I got married, and you know, they were telling me like when you're married to somebody, it's different from dating. Obviously, yes, they are right. It is different from dating. And some of the things that they did say is you'll start to see the side of that person that you really never saw before, because remember, you're staying with a person 24/7. It's going to be a side that you probably don't like, and some of them were even like, you know, those things that you don't like about your husband that irk you, they'll irk you even more, type of thing. But to be honest with you guys, so far so good. I don't have complaints. In fact, I'm happier. You know, I'm in my own space, in my own home, like I'm the woman in the house now, so I make my own decisions. It's really been nice. And I think one of the good things about being married to somebody that you get along with is that everything just runs smoothly. Getting married to your best friend is also very important, guys, because I mean, you need to be able to enjoy the company and enjoy your partner. And so far I feel like we're just doing really great. We're getting to know each other, of course, on a deeper level, because like my auntie said, when you guys are not married, you just see each other for a couple of hours, but when you're married, you see each other literally day in, day out, every second of every day. So far it's been great. I think for the first year of marriage, you're just excited to be in that space with that person. You're excited to spend extra time with your best friend. Imagine hanging out with your best friend forever. For me, that is what marriage has been so far, and I'm absolutely enjoying it. And I would encourage everybody, like it's something that I would encourage people to do. I know in this day and age, a lot of people, I don't want to say against marriage, but a lot of people say a lot of negative things about marriage, which make other people not get into marriage. One thing people always need to remember is that your story is different, your marriage is different. I remember when we went for premarital counseling as well, our pastor that was obviously counseling us said to me, you guys are two unique human beings coming together, and you guys are different from any other couple. You guys' relationship is unique, so is their relationship unique. So what works for them might not work for you, what works for you might not work for them. So when people say they'd rather not get married or marriage is not a great thing, they're basing it on their own personal experiences. And I'm a Christian and I'm so for marriage. You know, in the Bible says it's not good for me to be alone. Yeah, so far marriage has been good. Second question, somebody asked me, are you pregnant? No, I am not pregnant. This question used to offend me quite a little bit. I'll be honest with you guys. And I think that's because I'm like, am I fat? Is something going on? But I guess this is the question that a lot of people want to ask when you first get married. And I'm starting to understand that people obviously will automatically assume you're pregnant. Or if you post a picture and maybe your tummy looks a little too big, people start speculating that you are pregnant. So yeah, like I said, it used to irritate me in the beginning, but now it doesn't irritate me as much anymore. I think I can speak freely about it. I mean, I am married. A lot of people are expecting me to have children, I guess. So yeah, but to address the rumors, if they are such, I am not pregnant. Well, next question. It's getting a little hot in here. Next question, somebody asked me, do you want to have children? Yeah, I do want to have children in the near future. I think for now, I mean, I am enjoying it just being me and hubby. I'm the queen, the princess, I'm the everything right now. And then when you have kids, it's like the focus is shifted. It's now the children and it's not about you anymore. A little selfish of me, I will say. But I do definitely want to have children in the near future. It's definitely in the cards for me. I've always said, I mean, I'd really like to expand my family and, you know, grow the family. So, yeah, I mean, in the near future, I would like to have children. Okay, next question. Somebody asked me, how many kids do you want to have? So, I want to have 2 kids. I don't think I've ever been one to want like a very huge family. I know my sister wants 5 kids, and I'm just like, wow, girl. How are you gonna do that? But I mean, our mothers had 5, our grandmothers had 5, 10 kids, and I mean, they survived quite okay. But I think things are different in this day and age. Things are very, very expensive. If you're gonna have children, you need to educate them. So I think that's the main thing. For me, though, I've always ever wanted 2 children, a girl and a boy, God willing. But if it's 2 boys, then maybe I'll be really sad. If it's 2 girls, I mean, I'll be happy, guys. If it's 2 boys, I'll be happy. If it's 2 girls, I'll be happy. But ideally, I would want to have a girl and a boy, and I think that's with a lot of people. So yeah, I actually just want to have 2 kids. I think 2 kids is enough. And yeah. All right, cool. For the next question that I have, this question is a little tricky, a little sensitive maybe, but I am going to answer this question. For a lot of you guys that follow me on Instagram, you guys know I was in a business venture with a friend of mine, and that business venture didn't work out. And it didn't work out, I feel it didn't work out because we're 2 different people, 2 different plans. And I feel like when we first sat and started the business, I think we didn't properly go into what we both expected from the business and what each of our roles were in the business. And in turn, it didn't work out. And guys, that is okay if things don't work out. I mean, it's hard enough when you're in business with family. So imagine friendship, you know. So yeah, that business venture didn't work out. I don't want to mention names, obviously, but you guys know what I'm speaking about. You guys that asked me the question know what I'm talking about. So that business venture did not work out, and it's okay. Business ventures don't work out. It's okay. Friendships don't work out. I think we need to start normalizing that, because it's always like, oh, that friendship didn't work out, and then everybody's always like, oh, I wonder what happened. But let's normalize friendships not working. You don't have to be friends with everybody. Not all your friendships are going to work out, and that is okay. So as you guys know, I've started my own page, which is Mrs. Jimmy Styles. Please do follow my new page. And yeah. So somebody asked me, how did you meet your husband? I feel like that is going to be part of a Q&A that I'm going to do later in future, because I feel like that story is very long. That story is very, very long. Should I just... Okay, let me just tell you guys the story, but I'm just going to try and make it as short as possible. So we basically met back in the south. We used to both live in the south of Johannesburg, and we met on my way to an internet cafe. So according to him, he had previously seen me on the bus, and back in the day, guys, internet cafes were so in. So after school, I'd always walk to the internet cafe, and then I met him. He asked for my numbers, I said no, and then I met him again, and then he asked for my details, and I said no, you know. And I think the reason why I didn't want to date him in the beginning was because he's Angolan, and back in the day it was like, oh, Angolans are this and Angolans are that, or they're very cultural people. So yeah, let's just say a few years after then, I was like, okay, maybe I'm gonna give him a chance. And here we are. But like I said, I'm going to go into further detail with that story when I do a Q&A, or when I just do like a full video about how I meet my husband. Next question. Somebody asked me, do you believe in soulmates? I think I do kind of believe in soulmates. I don't know if there was once a pastor that says there's no such thing as soulmates. I literally can't quite remember, but I mean, I do believe in soulmates, and yeah, basically. And then somebody asked me, do you think your husband is your soulmate? I mean, I think he is, to be fair. When I first met my husband, I remember I was chatting to this friend of mine, and this lady friend of mine sent me a DM after we got married, and she screen grabbed a conversation that me and her had. And in the conversation, she was asking me, are you seeing anybody? And I was like, yeah, I'm seeing this particular person, meaning my husband. And I was like to her, I think he's my husband, I think he's the one. And she was like, oh, okay, cool, you know, I hope that relationship works out for you. So now when I got married, she sent me that, and she's like, girl, how did you know? I always feel like women know, you know the guy that's gonna marry you. Sometimes we can be a little bit oblivious to certain things, but deep down you do know. God gives us a sign, like we feel it, we see it, we've got instinct, you know. So I did know that he was going to be my husband, and yeah, I mean, years later, here we are, we married. So yeah. And then the next question that I got is, did you go on honeymoon? So we did not go on honeymoon, because firstly, my job is super hectic, so hectic, to the point where the Friday before I got married, guys, I was at work working, and if I didn't finish my work that Friday, I had to be at work on Monday to finish up the work. So that was basically it. So I worked so hard in that week leading to my wedding that I didn't want to come back to work on the Monday after my wedding, because who comes back to work on Monday? I was only allowed a week's leave, so I basically only took 4 days after my wedding. So my husband's family is from Angola. Some of his family is based in Portugal, so my husband had to fly his family down for the wedding. So they stayed for about 2 weeks, and after we got married, obviously they were still here. We did book ourselves into this amazing suite, but we didn't even enjoy it because we were back and forth with everything. Like, my aunt also came from Malawi, and it was just a whole lot of things after the wedding because of all the people that had come in, that, to be honest with you, we didn't even get time to ourselves the week after the wedding, because I mean, we're entertaining families and stuff like that, which is completely okay. I completely understand that. So the week after the wedding, obviously his family was still around, and most of them hadn't even been to South Africa, so it was just like a time for me to also spend with them, you know. So as much as we did not have a honeymoon, I did enjoy that week after getting to know his family a little bit better. Some of them I had not met before, and yeah, and then after they had left, I had to go back to work, so there was really not enough time. But we are definitely going to do something probably towards the end of the year. But there's a lot of uncertainties, guys, recently, a lot lately, with the whole pandemic and COVID. Like, I'm just over COVID, and I think once everything normalizes, I mean, we can be able to carry on with our lives as normal as how we used to do it. So we are definitely going to do a honeymoon situation, hopefully December, but we'll see. Hopefully December. I need to take leave from work as well. So yeah, that's the other thing. So somebody asked me, how are you? That's such an important question, guys. I'm fine, I'm happy. And somebody asked me, how does it feel to be a property owner? It feels really nice. I've never paid rent before, but it feels nice just not to have rent. But of course, we've got levies and stuff, and like I did say previously on my Instagram, I think our home has been paid up, so that is so good. We don't have to pay rent, and it just feels absolutely nice. And coming to your own space as well, I think for me, getting married, moving into your new home with your husband, that has been such a great highlight so far for me. So being a homeowner is so amazing. Somebody asked me as well, how was your spiritual journey so far? Wow, my spiritual journey, I think, well, I know, has definitely grown. It has grown so much more, and it's so weird because I think it's grown more now that I'm in my own space and that I'm married. Whereas when I was at home, I mean, my spiritual journey was still quite great, but not at the level at which it is at now, you know. I think when I wake up in the morning, first thing that I do, meditate, pray. I have this new habit. Well, I've developed this new habit of when I'm getting ready for work, I try and play preaching. Right now, I'm currently enjoying Joel Osteen, so that is super awesome. So I play him when I'm getting dressed for work. You know, when I drive to work, I'm like always like jamming to my gospel music. And I found that that actually prepares me for the day. And I pray on my way to work, and I always use driving to work as my time to meditate and just, you know, focus on the day, pray for the day. And yeah, so I will say my spiritual journey has been great. It could be better, and I think that's with a lot of things. And as long as you're working towards it, I think that is what is super important. So another question that I got is, when are you doing a house tour? So we literally just moved in November, and I'm still trying to put the house together. If you guys watched my previous vlog, you'll see we literally just got a dining room suite, and that was super exciting. They finally delivered it, and I just want everything to look prim and proper. I want everything to look perfect, and then I'll do a house tour, because I don't want to do a house tour when certain things are not ready and it doesn't look the way I want it to look. And I think I'm such a perfectionist, especially when it comes to my home now, that I'd rather wait till everything is fully furnished and everything looks prim and proper, and then I can give you guys a house tour. So the last question that I'm going to be answering, or the last question, somebody asked me to say something in Chichewa. So I'm from Malawi, and Chichewa is one of the languages that we speak in Malawi, obviously. And so I am going to say it. I'm just going to translate it for some of you guys that obviously do not understand Chichewa. Ziko mokwambili. Wait, guys, wait. This is actually a lot harder than I thought. I'm actually thinking I want to say this word, but it's not coming. Wait. Ndathokoza kwambili kuti maonera video yanga. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.